Hi. Okay, picking up from where we left off before, we've got a fully functioning rig, but the skin doesn't follow it. So what we need to do is unreference the skin, start by selecting the root joint, shift select the skin, and then go skin, find skin. We've got some options, but the basic setup is fine. I think the basic setup maximum influences is 5. I've got it set to 3. I don't know. It seems that any vertex only needs to be influenced by about 3 joints, but never mind. And apply. Click OK. So we've got some colorization of the joints. Now the skin follows. Control Z. Get the wrist controller there. And we can have a look at what we get with those guys. Oh, I've got to rotate his head in there as well. That's not what I meant to do at all. Let's do that again. 0, please. These ones is what I meant to have a go at. Right, so you can see that that's stretching into the hand a bit much, so I'll need a bit more skin weighting there. Thumb, not too bad. There's a bit of flattening going on under there, which we probably don't want. Spread seems to work okay. Again, a little bit too much influence in the hand, but generally not too shabby. It's not going to take much to sort that out. Foot control. Let's see. A little bit. Okay. Foot picks up okay. Oh. So if I pick it up, he rotates. Ankle deformation's not too bad, actually. Maybe it needs a little bit of work. Foot roll. Okay, so yeah, you can see that the heel there, some of it is following body. And look, some of the other heel over there is following this bit, so we've got that. Zero that. Toe bend. Again, sort of probably influencing too much far back into the foot there, but I mean, you'd probably get away with it for lots of things. More problematic tends to be the head. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not too bad. A little bit too much influence into the neck. Let's have a go with the eye controller. Eyes are working fine. Z, and the one that's obviously going to be. Oh, look at that. That should be rotate only. Lazy rigging, Andy. Lazy rigging. Lock and hide. There we go. So yeah, that's influencing way too much at the moment because that only wants to be the lower jaw. So got a bit of work to do with that. Neck controller. Right, so let's just for now we'll take the joints, the IK handles out, so it's a bit easier to, we can reference the geometry. So I'm really playing on the controls. Right, okay, that's influencing too much. I think the interesting thing here is, you know, once you've got the hand down, how is that shoulder working? So it's not too shabby. but it's pushing too much in there. So right, so what have we got to do? I think we need to see the joints. Show joints. I don't need the icons at the moment. Right, skin. Paint skin weights. Okay. Ooh, where's the tool settings? Oh, long screen. There we go. I've got one in here if you want. Can I get one there? Yeah, okay. Tool settings. So root. In a way, the root joint itself doesn't really want to influence anything, because it is just the top of the hierarchy. So this thing around here should mainly be the pelvis. Right, let me bring the brush down a little bit. So normally I'd go and go, actually this wants to be more value of 1 in there, and Control Z, move it to, bring the brush down a little bit, so hold B to bring the brush size down. Okay, now you've got to be able to see these to be able to paint them, so you'll find that if you've got these overhangs like that, painting on the inside of them, you can use flood tools and stuff like that. Okay. Right, and then we're going to want to blend left hip. Okay, so and then rather than I'm just going to smooth the values there. Actually, replace value 0. This is the key. Anything that really doesn't want to be influenced by the leg, you paint out as 0. So you don't want those things being influenced by the leg. And then I would normally go, as you do it, test it. So select a move. And just have a look at what you're doing there. I would say possibly a little bit more of the bum cheek wants to follow. So select the mesh, paint skin weights. So we can smooth that. So we're going to value 1 and come in with the Cintiq pen. So we get that to follow that a little bit more. A little bit more there. Definitely more there. Get that to follow the leg as much as possible. Yeah. So if we hit 3, and just kind of, does that look okay? Yeah, it follows a bit. Stretches. That looks okay. Strikes me with a little bit of a misalignment there, but I'm not quite sure what that is. Right. Now the knee looks okay to me. That looks fine. Let's go knee. See, and what we don't want is any down in the heel there, so I'm going to paint the heel down to 0, because this guy wants to be following that joint there for the actually work ankle. Value 1. So what we're painting out there is the influence from the other leg, I think. Put a bit more in the centre of the right. So if I get this guy and 0 him, foot roll, boom, boom, boom. Not too bad. Wonder. We need a bit more toe in that. Oh, just need to select the skin first. There we go. Now a little bit more leg is what I mean. Torso settings. Left knee. So what I might do is just go smooth. Smooth that. From the back. There we go. That's better in the ankle. Select. Go back to the foot roll. Okay. Okay. Select. Paint skin heights. Toe settings. Left toe. So I think all the toes need to be about 100%. So doing that. Paint. Replace, not smooth, replace. Right, so they stick. One is up on his toes. They stick to the floor properly. There we go. That's okay. That's about the right shape. We go back to the controller. So I'm not overly worried about the influence on the other side because I'm going to mirror the paint rate. So I'm just working on the left side at the moment. So what I want to do, this guy, move him down there. I'm going to worry about the hand too much at the moment. I'm going to make it bright. Right, okay. under here, that wants to follow the chest. So, settings. Right, that spine 1.2. Spine 3, there you go. So spine 3. All of this bit wants to be a bit more solidly spine 3. I must admit, I've not really looked at the torso deformations. We'll have to have a look at those in a minute. Right, and so left clavicle should just be really the top here. And not in there, that should be neck. Left shoulder, so left shoulder doesn't want to have anything over here, so 0 that. No, left shoulder doesn't influence that. That does influence that, right? Big, small. One. I'm happy to have a crease in there. Pocket. Really too much. Oh, right. Looks a little bit weird in there. Right, so let's zero that back out again. 0. Let's have a look at this thing. Right, okay, so way too much there. So tool setting, skin weights. Where are we? Clavicle, way too much, so that's 0. None of this. Certainly none of that. Really no armpit. It should really just be able to lift the shoulder up. Because it's pulling the arm around, and so the arm should carry the vertices. So, I mean, it still rolls up like that, but that's because it's moving that joint, and those vertices are following the shoulder joint rather than the clavicle joint. Z, rotate 0. There we go, cool. That doesn't look too bad. So neck, back in here. Tool settings, please. That's my left shoulder. If my neck is there. I've got value 0 down here, so it doesn't want to be doing too much now. I don't know what I'm doing that side, it's this side that's important. And it doesn't want to influence the head. I'll do those ones Okay. Okay, head wants to do most of this. Value 1. Actually, brush it a bit bigger just now. Right, everything up here wants to follow the head rigidly, including the nose and the top lip. So I can do we control Z, not you. Right, okay. So bring the B down. Right, we might be influencing into the neck a little bit too much there. Right. Something around that. Okay. Jaw wants to be about there. Now here's a thing, because it's difficult to weight. So, head. That must be 100. And the roof of the mouth. Whee! Doing a little bit more detail work here. And sometimes it can be a bit awkward because down there you want to see the transition. 0. Because we don't want the jaw pulling the top lip around. So we're finding it quite difficult to get inside there. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to go face. Use the brush selection tool. Bring the brush down. Right. Get the back of the mouth there. Go shift greater than greater than greater than until I get the inside of the mouth, and I'm going to go show. Isolate, select, selected. Okay, so now we've got the inside of the mouth. Map to the tool settings. Actually, go on select go. Object mode. Okay, skin weighting tools. Right. So head, we want to weight up. Top of the head. 1. Right. Top bit. Let's tell you the truth. We're only really bothered about the left side of the body. Okay. And then jaw. I'll do this bottom. Do that, and then we'll just go smooth and smooth this back seam a little bit to even the pull out a little bit. Okay, just a little bit tidier up here with that. So that is on the top half. There we go, and then go back to smooth and smooth those values out a little bit. There we go, cool. Show, isolate, select, view selected. Let's just have a look what we've got there. Select and rotate. Show control. There you go. Not too bad. Probably do with a little bit more smoothing around the corner. Ooh, yeah. So I need a little bit more jaw here. And no jaw on the nose. So let's go. Scan. Scan weighting tool. So jaw. Replace. Value 0. No jaw on the nose. And boom. So, right. So yeah. Whoop. No jaw in there. Probably less jaw up here. Until you've got that looking not too bad there. So if that's the corner of the mouth, it wants to be about halfway down. So let's just have a look at a bit of smoothing. Smooth those transitional values. Still not sure about that there. Okay, let's have a look then. Alright, so I want a little bit more of a pull into the corner of the mouth there. That wasn't too bad. Okay. And I know it looks a bit shabby on the other side, but we can do this. We go select the mesh, go to skin, mirror skin weights. And again, we've got to work out what the pattern is, but yes, ZY is right. Positive to negative, so we've worked on the left and it's going from up to down. Go apply, close. So now, when we go back and have a look at this guy, hopefully, you'll see that now you get a more equal pull. Although, it's not done everything, has it? I wonder if that's because I've not got that. Maybe I'm not equal. Never mind. A little bit more weight painting there. So that's generally okay, I think. But it needs a bit more work. But you get the idea. Foot's done. Let's just check this one. See that? Skin weight. Yeah, so that foot now. Ooh. And the foot roll works pretty much the way that the other one does, which is fine. Although I can still see that I've got some pull there. It just needs zeroing out. Right, okay. Only other thing is going to be that That looks okay, but it's pulling about into the arm a little bit too much. So let's go skin weighting, tool settings, and we're on the left wrist. Okay, so left wrist. We're just going just a little bit too far up the arm. So if I go replace and then value 0, I could take out some of the influence. If I focus on the wrist controller, then I can rotate around that. That'd be good. Yeah, so taking out some of the influences there. And so and deformation mainly happens in the wrist, which is good. And then I think mainly we do this with do that. I suppose we get those values. You can see they're kind of pushing the hand around a bit. So we want to take those out. I've also got a little bit of a quirk there as well. Well, that actually looks like bad geometry. It is bad geometry. Oh my god, that needs fixing. I'll go around and fix that later. Skin weighting tools. So left wrist. We want more of an influence there. So value of 1. I want it to, this hand to follow that wrist joint. So the transition is just around the knuckles. This is why it's so important to get sufficient edge loops, so you can trade the skin weights off against each other. So I want some of that to be able to follow that first joint there. Right, left pinky 1. Okay. I'm just looking at the amount of flattening in these things, but they don't look too bad at all actually. I'm kind of okay with that. Ring. That probably influences too much into there. Value 0. Don't really want it influencing the next finger. Okay. 2 and 1. As long as it's not influencing the next door fingers, you'll be okay. It's alright. Thumb. Okay. Oop. Thumb 1. Where's the rest of the thumbs? Oh, they're there. 2. 3. Thumb end. 5. First. 0. Let's not paint that in. There we go. First 2, first 3, first end. Index. Bring the brush down a bit. Don't influence your nearby fingers. There we go. So now let's see what that looks like. Come on. That's better. And you have the ability to push the fingers through the palm of the hand, but that's okay. There we go. And then thumb. That's not too bad. Bit of flattening in there. So I think what we do with that, let's get this, and then where we find thumb 2, I think that ought to be a bit higher. 1. Stop that flattening happening. Thumb 1, a bit higher value there. Thumb 3, slightly higher value here. And then you get those slightly fuller, oops, slightly fuller volumes there. There we go. Thumb 2. Okay. Thumb 1. No, that one. There we go. That will do. Cool. Okay, so that is most of them done. Woohoo! And that is pretty much skin weighting. If you kind of get into a bit of a pickle with things and you kind of go, oh, what is really influencing? Why is that going in where it is? If you get kind of go, you know, let's hide out the joints for this. Joints. So go to Vertex and go here. If you go Windows, General Editors, Component Editor. Where's it gone? Another screen. Bring it in. There you go. You can go blend shape deformers, weight deformers. Where are we? Smooth skins. There we go. Cool. And it will say those are your values, and see left elbow, left shoulder, left wrist. Well, it's a tiny influence from there, but really that should be 100% following left elbow. So we could actually go 0 there and just say that's fully following left elbow, and that should be left thumb. There's 0. So left wrist. Tiny influence, but should be 0 really. Now you might see more of an influence from the wrist. But there you go. And so it'll tell you exactly what those vertices. So any one vertex, you can say it's mainly being influenced by the left elbow, a little bit by the shoulder. Why is that being done by the shoulder? No. See? And then when you get to these, those ones should be about 50-50 shoulder, elbow. And there you go. Left elbow, 0.5. Left shoulder, 0.5. And so those ones in the middle there will go half follow one joint and half follow the other joint, I should say. Nicely in the middle. Right, and so that's how the values are evaluated. Haha. Right, there you go. That's skin weighting. Next one, blend shapes for the face. So, see you on the next one.